Welcome, members, to your Week 11 update. This is also our podcast number 11. We did it. I'm Carrie. This is Todd. We're here to bring you the rundown for this week.
It's a pleasure being here, Carrie, and we got a special week this week, being Thanksgiving and all.
We do. Very thankful for football and everyone in this league.
And fantasy, and I'll tell you, I'm thankful for Asmaful.
I am too. I'm very thankful for Asmaful.
Yeah. Hey, let's move right into the matchups because we had some great ones this week.
Oh my word! They're down to the wire. I think this is one of the best weeks. I think so.
Jinx.
But you have to drink your beer.
No, I got you.
Oh, I can't talk anymore?
No.
Oh.
You gotta buy me a beer. Thank you.
Deal. Anyway, first matchup.
Yeah, first matchup. Carrie beats the Crushers. Crushers do not do the crushing. Carrie had a dominant week, 130.5 to 87.
Moving right along. Man, this was one of the matchups to watch this week. Kyle
It sure was.
hung on to beat Scott. I think Kyle was up 3 or 4 points, or maybe 5 points.
Yep.
And all Scott needed was 5 points from his defense. So as soon as it kicked off on Monday night, Scott was up 5, with the defense having 10 points.
Yeah.
And then slowly, as LA scored, Scott just got lower and lower and lower. And by
Carrie,
1 point, Kyle beat Scott.
the question is, did Scott stay up for the whole game?
You know what? We'll have to check in with him and get back to you next week. I know Kyle did, and I don't know if Scott did.
I'm gonna guess Scott did.
I'm gonna guess Scott did not.
Next matchup, Slinger Ball beat Controller, 146.8 to 90.4. Slinger Ball is working out pretty good. That's a dominant week, close to the.
Yeah, there was a belt alert there
Yeah.
for a little bit. He had some great scoring. Deshaun Watson and high points from his defense.
Yeah.
And this week, my co-commissioner Todd, what a rough one. Losing to the rejuvenated and brought back to life El Hombre Polio. Man, he needed, what did you need? 5 points from Gronk in Monday night? And I think Gronk had 2 catches, maybe 20 yards, got him 4, and Todd unfortunately lost by 1. Did you stay up the whole night till end of the game to watch that?
I did stay to the end of the game, but I promise you, I stayed up later than Scott, and it was a disaster. And what's so frustrating is I know Zach went to bed at 7:30. Zach, I know you went to bed at 7:30. You freaking bum.
And you're all stressed out watching the game, and then have to get up at 3 o'clock, and then still have to deal with the loss. That's unfortunate.
Disaster. Moving on, Bang Biscuit, dominant, 135.4 to the Dutchman, 103.8. Interesting. Dutchman, we're coming back to you later.
Check back with Brad. The last matchup, Steve beats Doug, 97 to 88. Nothing to say there. Good job, Steve. Doug, that's not a good loss. So yeah, that rounds out the matchups. We'll flip it right to the belt.
Yeah, we got the belt. I'm freaking tired of saying Mitch has still got the belt at 160 point something. And it's his. We got a few more weeks. That rolls into playoffs too. The belt extends through playoffs. Even the people that don't make playoffs have option at that.
Yep.
Moving to the last man standing.
Yeah, we're
it
coming
came
back to
Brad, Carrie, and
Scott.
And obviously, Carrie and Scott had dominant weeks. Brad, unfortunately, at 103.8, came out of the loser of that. I am sorry, Brad, you are out. You are done. You are gone. Carrie.
I think is that the highest points to be eliminated for last man standing? I mean, we are down to the wire here, but 103.8. I mean, that's a little unlucky, but at this time of the year, Brad, you got to bring it. And unfortunately, you didn't this week.
We can resort to the picture to see if that is the highest.
Yeah.
But we actually have a special edition this week for the last man standing. We have Brad live with us via Zoom or video feed. So, Brad, we got a question for you. Just wondering, after being eliminated from the last man standing, we just want to know, how you feeling? How about, playoffs? Are you worried now that you've been eliminated from last man standing that playoffs is a factor?
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? Don't talk to me about playoffs. I just hope we can win a game.
All right, well, that was a little frustrating there, Brad. I didn't really get much out of him.
No,
just kind of
didn't.
stormed off there, and sorry for that, viewers. Not a lot of content.
No. Brad, I'll be honest, if you're still on with us, we'd love to like kind of hear actually how you're doing, like on a deeper level, like personally, your life. Like Last Man Standing is a pretty big deal. So I don't know if Brad, you're still around, if you can still hear us. Carrie, do you have him?
Yep, we got him.
Okay.
And yeah, Brad, give us a little bit more, man. We want to know how you're doing.
You know, I finally come to terms with the fact that I'll probably never win the league. So I decided to shift my focus on the side pools. Last man standing. This is the deepest run I've ever had. Within one win of being in the finals. So I decided I need to reach into the hearts and the minds of my fellow league owners and look at their journey. How did they get here? And what am I doing wrong? Combined 8.1 points from 3 receivers. How you gonna win with that? Come on, guys. Last man standing. Last man standing. Hey guys, I'm on my back porch because I don't want my kids to see me cry. Still dealing with my loss. You know, one thing I want to address. There was some controversy with my use of Taysom Hill. You know, when I picked him off the wires, I was surprised I got him for $68. But then when I noticed that he was given the QB and tight end status, I wasn't sure what would happen, but I put him in my tight end slot and it stuck. ESPN let it go, I guess. And I knew it was wrong, but I kind of feel like I got away with something. Like I was given something that I didn't deserve. Just kind of reminded me of somebody else. $0.03, $0.04.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
Todd's on the phone.
Todd's on the phone. What's he want?
I guess he wants to know your thoughts on losing this weekend?
My thoughts on losing this weekend?
Yeah.
Well, I've never really won anything in fantasy before. All I have is this jar of change that I've been saving for my whole life. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Oh, hey, Travis. What are you doing here?
Travis Fulgham. 1 catch for 8 yards. 1.3 points. That is just dark. That is a very dark score. You put me in a very dark place. I must walk into the darkness. I must walk. Are we losers? No. Flying Dutchman. We win contests. Unless, of course, we start Travis Fulgham with his 1 catch for 8 yards. Then we'll probably lose most of them. Go ahead. Ask your question. Do I think it's karma that I lost last man standing because I attempted to cheat with Taysom Hill? No. We know when to cheat, and that in itself is a victory. I'm done with this. As a 0-time Asphalt Bowl champion, I would like to formally announce that I love Shoe Fly Pie, and I will not be launching a formal investigation around this week's scoring. I have no staff, no payroll, and no budget. And frankly, ESPN scoring is pretty straightforward. However, if you're interested in buying or selling your home, please contact me at Berkshire Hathaway, the Craig Harkrath team, for all of your home sale needs. The market is hot. Call me.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? Playoffs?
Well, thank you, Brad.
That's a lot of emotion there. You
Yeah.
can tell. And we honestly hope you find what you're looking for. We do.
We do. Carrie, let's move right on. We're going to end this here with the sponsor.
Yes.
This week, what a great week. Today, happy Thanksgiving to all.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving week, Thanksgiving football, ASMAFUL, playoffs, like push, we got a lot. So our sponsor, we would like to thank this week is turkeys.
Turkeys! Couldn't have Thanksgiving without them.
Who doesn't like turkeys?
Well, what would you sell at market on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays if you didn't have Thanksgiving turkeys?
Right, so this week we'd like to bring in our sponsor of Thanksgiving turkeys. There we go. And Carrie, happy
All right, let's dig
Thanksgiving.
in.
And let's dig in.
Ooh, I am full.
I got the meat sweats. Now
That was
time.
so good.
That was
man,
delicious.
we just housed that, washed it down with the beer.
Tell you what, I wonder where that turkey grew up and frolicked in the fields because that was delicious.
Could have been right about back in our Lancaster fields. We don't know.
It was straight from Lancaster.
Delicious.
Hey, well, guys, we are going to close this podcast out, but Carrie, we do want to just take a little bit of time and mention that we are 2 weeks away from playoffs, and our league is looking phenomenal. There is a lot going on.
There is. I mean, almost everyone is in play for playoffs with only 2 weeks left. I mean, you could say it's kind of getting jammed up here.
It is.
Like I don't know.
Anything could happen.
Really, truly.
But Carrie, I tell you what, our producers at ASMAFUL Studios did a lot of deep research for us this week.
They have. Yep.
And they went back into the biggest, longest history of log jams.
They have.
They have.
That have happened in the United States of America.
The greatest, biggest log jams ever in the history of the world, really. They've done some research, and you know what, Carrie?
What's that?
ASMAFUL playoff race here with 2 weeks to go is ranking up there from the biggest, greatest log jams.
That's great. When I think of log jams, the first one that comes to mind is the Great Kentucky Log Jam of 1806.
Right.
Back when Herschel Straver came
I
upon
remember
a
him.
river that was blocked, and he was like, you know what, I'm not going to do anything about this, and just let it go. And nigh for 20 years was it touched, and it turned into one of the greatest log jams I think America has ever witnessed.
Ever witnessed, and I'll tell you what, ASMAFUL playoff race with 2 weeks to go yet is shaping up to be one of the biggest log jams
It's going
in
to
the
be,
history of the world.
I don't know what I'm doing with myself for the next 2 Sundays. Like, I'm just going to have to watch fantasy, watch my app and football all day.
That's what I'm talking about. So, Carrie, I think we got something special here to talk about how great this log jam is.
Oh, I cannot wait for you guys to see what we have cooked up. I mean, be prepared yourselves. I mean, we're excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I'm in the
We are
race. I'm in
excited.
the log jam. I'm a log in that jam.
For the greatest log jam in American history.
Right here in ASMAFUL.
Right now.
Let's go.
Throughout history, this world has seen many epic log jams. Who could forget the Chesapeake Log Jam of 1941, or the Red River Log Jam that took the nation by storm? But now, a new log jam, the likes of which the world has never seen, is upon us. A brutal 10-team fight to the finish ASMAFUL playoff run log jam. The fierce competition begins with Bang Biscuit, a wily veteran and a 4-time champion. Can he ride his hot streak into playoff glory to taste victory yet again? Nipping at his heels is El Pollo Hombre, who stole a controversial win against the Pig Killers. Will he hold on down the stretch or lose his head? Ah, those Dutchmen. After losing the last man standing and taking a beating at the hands of Bang Biscuit, can he recover or is his morale crushed? And who could forget the Slingers, after starting 0-4, have won 5 of their last 7 and become the hottest team in the league, all while revolutionizing the game using their patented Slinger Ball. The reigning champ beaten by the lowly Pumas. Can he recover, or is he a one-hit wonder? An up-and-coming young rookie in the league, the Neola Drivers are feeling good after eking out a win against the Butt Kickers. Can they continue it into the last 2 games? Failing to break 106 of his last 7 contests, the controller seems to be anything but in control. Can he stop this tailspin and get back on track? The Butt Kickers are due for some luck. Sitting 9th in the standings, but 2nd in points. Can they show their true potential down the stretch when it really counts? The Crushers have lost 2 straight, but their remaining schedule is against 2 teams stuck in the logjam at 5 and 6. It's now or never for the Crushers. If there's one thing we know about the Pig Killers, it's that they never give up. Will that attitude translate onto the field?